Hi, Jeff Shore, author of Be Bold and Win the Sale, and welcome back to part 2 of our series, Closing with Your Conscience, 5 Rules of Virtuous Persuasion. So last time we talked about closing as something that we do for our customer and not to our customer. Now we want to talk about this second rule in the series, and the rule is that our comfort addiction is not a victimless crime. Let me explain that to you. Let me tell you what I mean. I believe that salespeople everywhere are susceptible to comfort addictions. We are naturally wired to want to chase comfort. So when we have that moment of discomfort, and we always face a moment of decision, our natural tendency is to say, well, what's the most comfortable thing to do? But great salespeople train themselves into a mindset of asking, well, what's the bold thing to do? If I give in to that desire for comfort, especially when I do that at the time of the closing moment, then the person who really suffers here is my customer. And I want you to put it in that situation here. Put yourself in that context. When the voice in your head says it's time to ask for the sale, but if that makes you uncomfortable and you give in to that comfort decision, think about the position that you've put your customer in if you don't ask for the sale and you force them to come to you, hat in hand, and ask you for permission to buy. You want to talk about disrespectful? That's about as disrespectful as it gets. Let me just build a quick scenario for you. Let's suppose that a salesperson is selling life insurance products to a young couple. This couple has never really considered life insurance before, but they're expecting their first child, and they suppose that this is something that they really need to think about. So the salesperson takes them through all of the pros and cons and all of the different products and sort of gets them to the point of what product line would be best for that couple. But at the very end, in that moment when it's time to ask for the sale, that salesperson just isn't comfortable. And so the salesperson says to the young couple, boy, I know there's a lot to think about. I've thrown a lot at you. So I'm going to ask you to go home and just run the numbers and put it all out on a table, and then you can make the decision. Think about the pressure you just put on that customer to make the decision without the expert's help, to go through all of those numbers and try and come up with an intelligent decision. You want to talk about disrespectful? That's not just disrespectful, that's mean. When we fail to close at the time when our customer needs us to close, we make our customers out to be a victim of our comfort addiction. I believe that not closing when it's in the customer's best interest is disrespectful. It's mean. It's downright rude. So when the voice in your head says it's time to close, respond to that voice in the best interest of your customer. Don't make them ask permission to buy. Just do your job. Give them the opportunity to purchase smoothly and naturally, and you'll change their world.